What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Always Compete Seahawks podcast. I am Sam. That is Mike. Today, the Seahawks played their last game of the 2021-2022 season, where, it's kind of a bittersweet, weird thing. We beat the Cardinals and prevented them from winning the NFC West. Very nice.
Always nice to play spoiler. Love it.
Rashad Penny, 190 yards rushing.
He is a monster. He's a monster.
He's a monster.
I love him.
Four total touchdown game. Pete Carroll and all that stuff. We'll break that down later in the episode, but there might be something potentially big going on there, and that might come out through the coming days.
Mm-hmm.
But we're just gonna dive right on in, kind of starting with what are your thoughts on the game? We're not going to spend too much time on the game since there's a lot of kind of topics going around that are surrounding this team. So just give some quick thoughts on the game, thoughts on the offense, thoughts on the defense. And also, by the way, I didn't mention this for the bittersweet part. Quandre Diggs, likely a broken lower leg injury there.
It's bad.
You really hate to see it. The whole team was like kind of crying as he was carted off, including Quandre. So it really hurts to see, and we're hoping he's gonna be okay, because obviously he was not at that point when he got injured. He was 9 minutes away from becoming a free agent,
right?
After back-to-back Pro Bowl safety seasons. So really sucks. But what do you think about the game?
I think some really good things. Honestly, the offense looked great. Russ has been back. He was playing great. Other than the one pick, I thought he played really, really well. Got DK involved a good amount. Tyler Lockett just continues to own the Arizona Cardinals franchise. So that's good to know that some things never change. My guy, Rashad Penny. I mean, what could I say? I've been saying it for months. I love him. He's the best. Career high, 191 rushing yards. Had that beautiful, beautiful 62-yard touchdown run that just absolutely made me cry. Just tears of joy. And honestly, I thought, in terms of the defense, pass rush looked pretty good. They were getting consistent pressure on Kyler. And it's hard to bring them down. They had like 5 or 6 sacks. Jordan Brooks, 20 tackles. Are you joking? Absolute monster. And I thought the DBs played pretty good as well, even though we were pretty thin there. So very, very, very happy with how we played. In a meaningless game, obviously. But, I'm just really happy to go out there and see him play well.
Yeah, Rashad Penny had a hell of a game. A few standout performances from today that I noticed. Obviously, Russ. Obviously, Tyler Lockett. The O-line, besides the first Chandler Jones play, overall seemed pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
They did seem pretty good. They really rebounded well from whatever happened on that freaking Chandler Jones play. I don't know what it was.
Yeah, I was actually just sitting down to watch the game, and I'm like, the Cardinals scored? What? This is going to be a long day. What?
Pete Carroll just reports Quandre Diggs dislocated his ankle and broke his fibula.
Oh no!
And they popped his ankle back in on the field.
Oh.
And he's staying in Arizona with Tyler Lockett overnight to
man, that's
to help him with. He'll probably have surgery tonight. So that is a absolute heartbreaker.
Prayers up for Quandre, man. Prayers up for Quandre. That is
who
terrible.
Who is really, really, really loved in this organization.
Yes, and by the fans.
Really in the NFL as a whole. Okay. So Quandre major. We were gonna have some stuff going on there. I loved how Sidney Jones played today. He really put on a great game. AJ Green was really pretty much on lockdown for most of the game. Sidney Jones was on him. I don't know if we're gonna have like a Jones Island, but you know what? Put Sidney Jones on an island. Sidney Jones versus AJ Green is our equivalent to Trey Flowers versus DeAndre Hopkins of this year.
Yeah, one of our quarters just always locks down a Cardinals receiver. You don't know what you want.
Yeah,
just always happens.
It's always one Cardinals wide receiver, and this year it happened to be AJ Green.
Yep.
Jordan Brooks, 20 tackles, absolutely phenomenal. Puna. As the president of the Puna Hive, this is a big day for us. It's a big day for us. Follow me at Puna Stan on Twitter, by the way.
Shameless plug.
Carlos Dunlap finished his year off really well. Finished with 8.5 sacks. Absolutely phenomenal. Darrell Taylor had a half a sack. Kerry Hyder had a sack. It was a really good day for some parts of this defense. And even though they had a lot of yards, it felt like the defense for a good amount of the game was in control, especially considering the fact that they'd only have 23 points without Chandler Jones lighting up Russell Wilson and then returning it for a touchdown. So I felt like the defense was in
What
control
also
for a good amount of
was
plays.
also encouraging for me is the defense played good in a game that the Cardinals wanted to win. Like they didn't rest their starters. They fully wanted to win to try to win that NFC West. So it's not like, we were playing against Colt McCoy or whatever. The Cardinals were trying on offense. And so the fact that we pretty much shut them down is very encouraging for me personally.
Yeah, it is very encouraging. This team played really well. The team really played well. But obviously the game is kind of overshadowed by now we're looking on to the next month and weeks to come for what's going to happen with this team. Really up in the air. I say we just kind of begin.
Let's just do it. Let's hop right in.
Let's kind of begin with the big fish to fry, which is I would call it the three the three musketeers of the Seahawks. You got Pete Carroll, you got Russell Wilson, and you got John Schneider. These are the three guys who are gonna always come up in conversations first. This morning, I wake up to report Mike Garafolo reported. Reliable source. He pretty much nailed the Jamal Adams contract. He said they're talking. It's going to be around 4 years. It's going to be around that $16 to $18 million range. That's what he said, and he got it essentially on the nose. He knows what's up in Seattle. However, most people don't know what's up in Seattle because Jody Allen, it seems like, is actually taking some kind of leadership in this organization and is looking to really step in and actually do something with this team and where they are at right now. And apparently, according to the report this morning from Mike Garafolo, Russ is safe. They do not intend to trade Russell Wilson. And yet Pete Carroll and John Schneider will be the ones in meetings over the next few days with Jody Allen to see what's going to happen.
See, I think that's smart. I think that is a really smart thing. Props to obviously Jody Allen for stepping in, taking charge. I think that Russell Wilson should be safe, right? If he wants to stay a Seahawk, he should absolutely be a Seahawk. I think, Pete Carroll and John are maybe, I think, where more of our problems have been originating. And so I think, you need to sit down. You have to have an honest conversation with them. You need to evaluate all your options. And I don't know. I right now feel more confident that Russell Wilson is going to be a Seahawk next year than I do that Peter John is going to be a Seahawk next year. So
we have a report here. Pete Carroll breaking the news himself. When asked whether he will be the Seahawks coach in 2022, he says, no, I am in great shape. So Pete Carroll seeming to confirm it to everybody else that he will likely be back next year. Absolutely not a surprise. So I get away with my bet that I said in my Seahawks group chat. I said, if Pete Carroll is fired on Monday or at any point throughout the week, I would eat a spoonful of hot sauce.
You have to do that for our video. I hope you know that, right? I'm actually going to start praying that Pete Carroll is fired by tomorrow, just so we can get a whole video.
If Pete Carroll is fired by tomorrow, I will eat hot sauce on video, and I will try to record a video from it.
Wow. Chargers just forced a fumble on Michael play. That should have been a touchdown. That's crazy.
So listen, right? Pete Carroll seemingly confirms he's coming back.
Well, I think that's a sign that he wants to come back.
Well, I don't know. He called his meeting with Jody Allen, the usual postseason meeting, and said that she's really looking into this. So this is gonna be interesting. Carroll seems to be back. Russ.
All right, never mind what I said. I guess he's back too.
And John Schneider seems to be back as well.
Here's kind of a little thing I wanted to talk about. And I came to this epiphany today. It's a big word, by the way. Came to this epiphany today, this morning, before the Cardinals game, before we won. But let's think about it like this, right? All right, Seahawks were 7-10 this year. Russ missed 3 games with a finger injury. We lost 2 of those 3 games. We beat the Jaguars. That, really doesn't count. We lost to the Steelers and the Saints, 2 very winnable games. I truly believe in my heart of hearts, if Russell Wilson plays those 2 games, we beat the Steelers and Saints. Both of those games went into overtime or
Are we
very,
talking
very
with Russ healthy or with
like
Russ?
pretend the finger injury never happened. Like
Okay,
pretend
yeah. We might also win the Rams game.
that okay, that's not minimum, that's 2 wins. That's 9-8, right?
Yeah.
Then he comes back. He's bad against Green Bay and he's bad against Washington because of his finger. Now Green Bay is really good. I could take that. We beat Washington with the healthy Russell Wilson, I think. All of a sudden we're at 10-7. So if Russell Wilson doesn't injure his finger, we're a 10-7 team. And I don't
Yeah.
think people are talking about the fact that Pete Carroll,
I
John
always
Schneider, and
thought
Russ should be
that.
gone.
I always thought that.
And I realized that today, and I was like, you know what? If Russ's finger injury never happened, I think for this season specifically, I'm not talking about the core problems with the Seahawks. For this season specifically, the biggest problem was Russell Wilson's finger injury, right? Because he was gone for 3 games, but realistically, he wasn't rushed for probably 5-6 weeks, right? That was our biggest problem. If we're 10-7 right now, we're in the playoffs, we're the 5 or the 6 seed. You know what I mean? There's no discussion about if Pete Carroll should be fired. There's no discussion of John Schneider. So I really thought about that today, and I was like, you know what? Is it the worst thing in the world to have Pete Carroll come back? I don't think so. So I'm much more optimistic of the idea of running it back, with Pete, John, and Russ than I had been previously. That's my little epiphany.
To me, it depends if the philosophy changes. Pete and John have consistently been one of the most conservative tandems in the NFL when it comes to head coach and GMs. They never spend big money. They always trade back. They always pick the guy who seems to be good now and never be good maybe a year from then. Never really seems to have that crazy potential. They've always been the very safe coaches or the safe tandem. Pete doesn't go for it on 4th down much because
he doesn't want. He's not analytical.
He just doesn't want to. John never. Besides, John has actually made some big trades. I'd say that's the one thing that they usually haven't been conservative in.
They take big swings. Yeah.
Yeah. You have the Jamal Adams trade. You have the Jimmy Graham trade. You have the Percy Harvin trade. You have all those trades that are pretty big, pretty major.
Yeah.
So,
I would even say too about the philosophy thing. I think the last probably 4 weeks we've seen, Shane Waldron really get in his bag. I think if Pete Carroll comes back next year and Shane Waldron is just the guy on offense and he's calling the plays and he's doing the shots and he's, managing the game, I don't have a problem with that because I think Shane Waldron, when the chains were unleashed, I think he did a really good job, to be completely honest.
Here's what I'm going to say. Am I the only one that has noticed that at some points this year, it seems like it seems like that the play calling has not looked any different from last year, and yet in the last 2 games, when all hope has been lost, the play calling looks a little bit more modern, and we're scoring a lot more points.
Yeah, that's what I think too. I think the last couple of weeks, Pete Carroll was basically like, you know what, season's over, do what you want. And Shane Waldron said, all right, bet. And he has
we dropped damn near 100 points in the last 2 weeks of the season.
Exactly. No, exactly. And again, the Cardinals were trying. The Lions, while they're not a great team, play everybody close, right?
Yeah, they just beat the Packers today. And Aaron Rodgers played the entire first half.
Exactly. So I don't even want to hear this. Oh, it was good late season, end of the year, teams didn't matter. Well, it does. And I think we saw today, especially, I think we saw a lot of that motion kind of stuff with Tyler Lockett. We saw a lot of creative zone running concepts, which are what the Rams are known for, which is a big reason Rashad Penny's been absolutely tearing up the NFL lately. Russ has been getting in his groove with the play action. So, I mean, to be completely honest with you, I've been loving what Shane Waldron's been doing this past 4 weeks. I think we saw it in week 1, and then it went away for a while for some reason. And then the last 4 or 5 weeks, it's just been back. And so, honestly, I'm here for it.
Yeah. I mean, Shane Waldron, the offense has looked absolutely phenomenal. Mm-hmm. And maybe it's kind of what the offense looks like with a healthy Russ. Maybe we kind of forgot about what that looked like.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, offense has been alive. Rashad Penny has added something that we have not had in a long time, which is the breakaway run potential.
Mhm.
That's what he's added to this team.
We haven't had that since prime Marshawn, to be completely honest with you.
Even Marshawn wasn't like even Marshawn back in like 2015 and 2014, like in his last few years, like he never really had like the Rashad Penny runs though. Like
Yeah.
of course every once in a while he'd have like a beast quake where he'd go like 70 yards or something stupid.
Right. I was
But
at the
like
second
Rashad
one. It was
Penny,
pretty cool.
But Rashad Penny has gone 30-ish yards runs. Like I think every game for the last
Mhm.
like 4 weeks.
He had what, 2 or 3 today? He had at least
He
two
had a
30-yard runs.
60-yard one. He had a 30-yard one. I think he had like a 25-yard one or
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Either way, the man can get into space and can make people miss. I mean, this man outran Buda Baker in a flat-out foot race. And Buda Baker, I believe, ran like a 4.3 something.
What's with Buda Baker just losing foot races in Arizona to Seahawks
versus the Seahawks?
Yeah,
I mean, Buda Baker 40 time is a 4.45.
That's fast.
That's fast. You guys might not think that's fast. Go to your local football field, run a 40, and tell me what that time is.
Yeah.
That's how much faster Buda Baker is than you.
The other thing about Rashad Penny that I think is so cool, and I'm not comparing him to Derrick Henry because there's no comparison to Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry is an alien, but he's kind of got that quality where he's so fast and he's big. He's not as tall as Derrick Henry, but he's thick. He's like 240 pounds. He's bouncing off dudes.
Yo, I'm watching Rashad Penny versus the Lions last week, and I'm like, this guy reminds me of someone. I can't put my finger on it, but he reminds me of someone. It popped in my head like a light bulb. I don't know what it is, but I just see Thomas Rawls in the way Rashad Penny runs. He runs in a Thomas Rawls way. He just does.
I think he's faster than Thomas Rawls.
He's faster than Thomas Rawls, but like they both kind of have that like chunky thing about them where they're both not necessarily skinny, but they're both fast.
Mhm.
But they're not necessarily skinny. Like they're both like a little on the rounder side of running backs, all things considered. So let's kind of move on to the third part of this. Now, with it seeming like with what Pete said and with the report that we got from Russ and the fact that John Schneider, who just signed a 7-year extension, is very unlikely to be fired.
I wouldn't. I don't think he's gone.
I know if those two guys will be back. Let's talk about some other people. Let's talk about what else is going to be coming this offseason. This offseason, the Seahawks have about $50 million in cap space. That's big boy money, and that's not talking about restructuring Russell Wilson. That's not talking about even restructuring some other guys like
Bobby
Jamal Adams. Now you can't restructure Bobby; he's on the last year of his deal.
True. Yeah.
But Jamal Adams very, very much could be restructured. You can, I think you might be able to restructure Kerry Hyder because I don't know if he's on a 3 or a 2 year, but I don't know about that.
I'm not sure. I have to look into Kerry Hyder. Being restructured.
Gabe Jackson.
Yes.
Tyler Lockett.
Yeah.
All those guys can be restructured to create money down the line. Guys who are going to be under a contract or who are going to be in need of a contract this offseason. Quandre Diggs, Sidney Jones, Rashad Penny, DJ Reed, Gerald Everett, Dwayne Brown.
DK probably just get ahead of that.
Well, DK is in like a need, but it's a preference.
It's like, all right, let's get this done ASAP.
Yeah. Oh, Al Woods.
Yes.
Al Woods. I feel like I'm forgetting somebody. Oh, Will Dissly, I think is a free agent this year as well.
Yeah.
Brandon Shell, free agent.
Yeah.
We won't have a center. That's 10 whole fingers right there. I was doing this under the table. That's 10 fingers.
Finger math is very important. Yep.
That's a lot of fingers.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I think that might be a metaphor that we're going to be using when talking about re-signing guys this offseason. We got 10 fingers, and we can hopefully go, all right, we have a center now. We have a right tackle now. By the way, Jake Curran is right tackle.
Sorry. Book it. Book it.
The man is a run blocking lord.
What if we just do like some Madden type shit and we just only put him in for running plays? And like they know we're running, but like it just doesn't even matter because he just pushes them off the ball so fast.
Like a finesse right tackle.
Yeah,
like a right tackle, just like.
So put Brandon Shell in like 3rd and 10 and whatever. But when it's like short yardage, we're running with our superstar MVP running back Rashad Penny. Just put in Jake Curran,
2,000-yard rusher Rashad Penny. especially with the 17-game season. Rashad Penny.
Hold on, I want to do some math real quick. So if Rashad Penny kept up his current pace and ran for 191 yards every single game, Rashad Penny would have 33,200 yards. Just sign this man right away. Get him booked.
Well, I mean, Rashad Penny in the last to end the year averaged 6.8 yards a carry.
Unbelievable.
Okay, so let's say Jonathan Taylor, who gets an excessive amount of carries, I know, but he is the best. He is the best. By the way, apparently there's a report. Alarms going off at SoFi Stadium right now. Attention! An emergency has been reported in the building. Please exit.
I hope everybody's okay.
I don't know what's going on there.
That is not good.
Maybe Sean McVay, after a streak broke, just lost it and started going crazy.
This joke is gonna age so poorly because it's like something really bad, and you're like, dude, Sean McVay going nuts right now.
No. But listen, like Jonathan Taylor carried the ball a total amount of 332 times this year. If Rashad Penny, who averaged 6.8 yards a carry, got those same carries as Jonathan Taylor and was able to obviously play those games.
Wow, I just saw the number. Oh my gosh. 2,200.
Yeah. 2,200 yards. And let's say you even only give him the ball 250 times, right? I mean, not 250. Yeah, 250, my bad. 250 times. That's still 1,700 rushing yards.
This is the Adrian Peterson effect. Adrian Peterson won an MVP at running back and just has you guys ever played like Kirby, and you know how he could like suck in powers and like distribute them? That's what he's doing right now with Rashad Penny. He's giving him his like MVP level of just omega beams and just transporting them to Rashad Penny, his son. I'm convinced. I'm of the conspiracy theory that like Adrian Peterson is going to like adopt Rashad Penny, and he's just going to be his actual dad and just like teach him how to play running back all over again. And he's just going to be a monster.
Listen, that's actually a very good segue into our final topic of the video. Obviously, Pete Carroll's not going to be gone. I think Ken Norton Jr.'s contract is over.
I am in favor. Do you remember?
Am I wrong? Hang on. I'm going to look that up. You can talk for a second. I need to look this up.
How long, Sam, was our group chat named Can't Fire Ken Norton Jr. on Twitter? How long was that?
Yeah.
I mean,
it was like for like the first 7 months.
Yeah. It was bad. It
was for like the last 7 months of.
I am personally in favor of firing Ken Norton Jr. And bringing in like Vic Fangio. Vic Fangio's my guy.
Yeah, in 2018. He signed a 3-year deal.
He making $8 million a year? What the dude? I'm gonna become a defensive coordinator now.
No. He's making $850,000. But Ken Norton Jr. is this not?
Oh, known? I'm stupid. I in my head I put the commas in the wrong place. My bad.
Is this not known? Like the fact that he's not gonna be. Or at least he's not under contract?
Well, the thing is that he's Pete Carroll's guy. Honestly, I would love Vic Fangio as defensive coordinator. I think Fangio.
Get him in. Get him in the building.
Vic Fangio, you're talking about?
In that defense.
Dude,
DC.
He's always been, throughout his career, a great defensive coordinator. He was great with the 49ers.
Even the Broncos defense was really good this year.
He was great with the Bears, and he's great with the Broncos. Their defense is really good. Problem is, he can't develop quarterbacks to save his life, which that's not going to be his job.
But if you put him at DC, and what quarterback would he need to develop?
Tell me how dominant Jamal and Quandre would be with Vic Fangio. He turned Eddie Jackson, went back when he was with the Bears. He turned Eddie Jackson into an all-pro safety. Eddie Jackson is dog shit now. He is dog shit.
Assume the guy who's living in Illinois, so he knows what's up.
Trust me. I know the effect of Vic Fangio. I know the Vic Fangio effect. Bears defense in 2018 was the best in the NFL. And going back years, Vic Fangio coached, the Niners when their defense was really, really, really good. When they had Patrick Willis, Navarro Bowman, Deshaun Goldson, all of them were awesome. Mm-hmm. What if Vic Fangio comes to Seattle and Bobby and Jordan Brooks are the new Patrick Willis and Navarro Bowman? I could see it, honestly.
Well, if by that you mean one absolutely destroys his knee and the other one retires early.
No, that's not what I mean. I meant like really
like
good.
Play-wise.
Like really good. Yeah,
like
no.
everything is it like how funny would that be? Just everything falls into place. Like who else? Justin Smith, like Carlos Dunlap just retires. He's like, I'm out of here. I can't take this anymore.
Yeah.
Like everybody just retires because everybody on that 49ers defense just seemed like they retired.
Yeah, Justin Smith was like
even Chris Borland. Like,
Daryl Taylor gonna turn into like Alden Smith and just get arrested every year. We're like, damn it.
Daryl, come on. Another assault?
It's okay. This one is only 4 grams of weed. We're good.
We're good. That's legal in Seattle. We're good. We're chilling.
Yep. No, but seriously, like
but seriously. You're right. Vic Fangio would be great.
Vic Fangio would be awesome.
Vic Fangio would be amazing. And then the 2 other ones that are guaranteed to be open. Ken Norton Jr. is a little bit funky. I don't know what's up with that.
Yeah.
But Vic Fangio will be very good. I need that. So somebody get on that.
Inject that into my veins. Somebody sign a petition.
The 2 positions that we guaranteed know are going to be open are 2 very important positions. First off, we have assistant head coach / D lineman Clint Hurt, who has been with the Seahawks organization for a long time. D-line coach, assistant head coach. He's out going to Miami to be the DC, not the Miami Dolphins, the Miami Hurricanes.
Mm-hmm.
So he went to Miami. So it was kind of just like something that kind of fell into place.
Yep.
But that means that we need an assistant head coach, which is major. So that's pretty big. And then we're talking about the big one. Quarterbacks coach.
Sam's got the perfect solution for
left
this already.
Left to Auburn, and I have the perfect solution. Let's get Jake Heaps on the phone, everybody. For Seahawks fans who know, Jake Heaps, just a former Seahawks quarterback, now Russ's personal QB coach, and it makes simply way too much sense.
It makes so much sense that the Seahawks would never do it. Like it just makes too much sense for them to actually do it.
Yeah,
like Russell Wilson is best friends.
When Dan Quinn got fired last offseason and Ken Norton Jr. is coming off one of the worst defensive seasons ever, and they're just like, yeah, let's not do that. And now the Cowboys went from one of the worst defenses to one of the best defenses in one offseason. Isn't that just hilarious? It's just really funny.
To be fair, we wouldn't have been able to draft Michael Parsons, so that's like kind of a big reason. But you are correct in your assessment.
I mean,
you are correct in your assessment. You know, didn't we say something about that? Didn't we say like, hey, like we should pick up Dan Quinn, blah blah blah?
I saw something that said that if we were to fire Pete Carroll, we should get Dan Quinn.
See, I think Dan Quinn falls into the category like Vic Fangio falls into perfectly of bad head coach, great defensive coordinator.
I don't know if he was a bad head coach, but he was just like meh.
He was meh. Yeah, Vic Fangio is definitely a worse head coach.
Bad.
Vic Fangio's a bad head coach.
Dan Quinn went to a Super Bowl, so
true, but he also had Kyle Shanahan running his offense. So like,
and Kyle Shanahan also kind of lost him that Super Bowl, ironically.
True.
They're like, hey, we're up 28-3 in the fourth quarter. Let's throw the ball every single play.
You would think after being part of a team that lost the Super Bowl off of throwing a pass, he would be like, yeah, let's run the ball in the Super Bowl, maybe. But I digress. I think, Dan Quinn would be a great guy to have as defensive coordinator. Obviously, he's not. If anything, he's going to become a head coach somewhere. Because I've heard.
It's because the way it works is that if you want to ask somebody to interview for a position that's the same as the position that they're currently in, you have to ask the team for permission.
Yeah.
And that's just not going to happen. I mean, the Cowboys, they're not. Oh yeah, sure. You could take our defensive coordinator who just turned around our defense in one season. Yeah, take him. Go ahead. Good. Yeah. I mean, because Pete knows him. So if he gets in the meeting with Pete, they know that they're going to hire him. So,
Right.
But anyways, Jake Heaps, get on the phone. Vic Fangio, get on the phone.
And especially with Russ and all the rumors going around, don't you just think that would just make him happy just to have Jake Heath.
His personal QB coach. And
that's his guy. You know what I mean? That's just his guy. I think our last coaching, it's not necessarily a vacancy, but the last coaching hire that we need to make is we need to get Adrian Peterson in as the Rashad Penny coach.
As the head Rashad Penny coach.
As the head Rashad Penny coach. No, like not running backs, not offensive coordinator, just Rashad Penny.
Not offensive assistant, not running game coordinator, not running game assistant. No.
It's specifically for Rashad Penny. He just walks with him and just talks to him all the time. And honestly, like I don't make guarantees often. I'm not, Joe Namath, but I guarantee that if we sign Adrian Peterson as the specified Rashad Penny coach, obviously we'll give him a new name like running back quality control coach or whatever.
Mike, as you said that, Rashad Penny said it's the beginning of my journey, which might mean that,
No, we'll re-sign him. Come on. We'll re-sign him. Come on, Sam. Don't break my heart like that. Don't break my heart. Anyway, back to Rashad Penny. Back to me talking about Rashad Penny.
They get in there. They get in the meeting, and Pete's just like, yeah, we're not going to re-sign you this offseason. And Rashad's like, you're telling me this now after I go for 190 yards?
Like, yeah, for real, dude. No, dude, now I feel like they're like, Rashad, let's re-sign you. Like, you didn't pick up my 5th-year option, bitch. I'm out of here. I'm like, damn it.
I'm out of here. Rashad Penny signs with the Chiefs.
Goes to the Chiefs.
He's gonna go to the Cardinals or something.
Anyway,
like
assuming we re-sign. Oh my god, I hate that. Assuming we re-sign Rashad Penny, we need Adrian Peterson as his specific coach. And I guarantee that if we do that, if we get Adrian Peterson as some sort of Rashad Penny-esque coach, he's going for at least 1,500 yards, 10 touchdowns, and a Pro Bowl. All right, that's my guarantee for you.
A Pro Bowl, Offensive Player of the Year, maybe.
Well, yeah, Pro Bowl, yeah, obviously, but
yeah. I mean, okay, so listen, right? This offseason is gonna be really weird.
Yeah,
it's gonna be really, really stupid. It's gonna be so stupid. It's gonna be the stupidest offseason ever.
Yeah,
because we're gonna be sitting on here screaming our heads off every day. Oh, the Seahawks are gonna get Terron Armstead. Sources, yeah, baby. We're just gonna sit here all offseason talking some stupid crap. And yeah, so stay tuned. On Tuesday, or at least we're recording on Tuesday, sometime this week, expect a season recap with like a little bit of like a season award show.
Yep.
With our good friend Nathan Ernst. So expect that coming up very soon.
Excited to have him back.
And honestly, that's gonna be it. I hope you guys give your thoughts on this episode, give your thoughts on the season, and we'll see you in the next episode. Peace out.
Peace.